What's up, guys? We are live here on the Zeal Cigars live midweek into week broadcast. I'm your host, Bradley Reith, and I'm very, very excited for my I'll say co-host, because I'm expecting him to talk a whole lot tonight, and I'm very excited you're joining us, whether you're joining us on Facebook or you're joining us on YouTube. Welcome both crowds. Thanks so very much for being here, and I'm going to bring up, without any kind of delay, my guest, and his name is Ricky the Man Rodriguez. How you doing, Ricky?
Hey, bro,
Hey,
good. How you doing?
I'm doing great, man. I'm doing very, very good. Thanks so much for joining me here on the Zeal Cigars broadcast. I'm very, very excited because we're going to be talking about a few of your cigars. Now, just so you know, I've been smoking your cigars for about 20 years. So I've been smoking CAO for a very, very long time. It's got to be, goodness, a very, very long time in smoking CAOs. But I'll tell you this much. I am here to talk today about this cigar first, and we're going to talk about that. But before I talk about all the cigars, I want to talk about you real quick, okay? Because I've heard nothing but great things from all the people in the industry that know us or know you, and I'm really looking forward to seeing that. So I'm going to go here and click on some things and see if I can't save some stuff. We got some stuff we're going to try to figure out here as I'm doing it. So I'm just trying to get this stuff down, and I used to be able to see the comments. I'm not sure why I can't see the comments anymore, but if you are leaving comments anywhere, can't post comments to some thing. Okay. I can't see anyone's comments, so hopefully you guys are joining us on Facebook. I know there's some of you guys Facebook and YouTube. So all that said, Ricky, tell me a little bit about you. How did you get in the cigar industry? How long you been smoking cigars and all that good stuff? Go.
All right, so cigar smoking, maybe about 30 years, 40 years. My family came from Cuba. My father's side of the family came from Cuba. There were master rollers in the Cuba, and they left Cuba in 1950, I think 53, and came to Tampa to start to roll cigars. So cigars in Tampa, of course, Tampa is just known for cigars. So there's always been a part of my life, but like a lot of people, we were just smoking to smoke. We didn't know why we're smoking. We didn't know what we're enjoying, how we smoke cigars, but it's always been a part of my life. And then fast forward about 20 years ago, I was approached by a gentleman that was I think the VP of sales for his General Cigar, and he approached me to sell cigars. Like, bro, you know what? I don't even know anything about cigars. He said, bro, I know this. You can sell anything I give you. So who do you work for? And he said, General Cigar. At that time, didn't know who is General Cigar. And I will represent right now Macanudo, Cohiba, Punch, Hoya, Excalibur, La Gloria. Like, okay, I know all these brands. I'll just start to work with you. And I worked in the field about maybe 2 to 3 years, and I was approached by the owner at that time. It was a family-owned business, General Cigar, by Mr. Coleman. And he introduced me to a situation. He says, I need some help. A lot of our blenders are going to retire, so we are elected to train you to become a blender. Change my life.
Wow.
Changed my life for good. And because I'm happy being a salesman. I was just going to be a salesman for all my life, and I was happy to do that. But this opportunity came about. And I took it, and I trained in the factories for about 2 years. And then I trained under a cigar master, Benji Menendez. And Benji used to own the H. Hutman factory in Cuba. So he really taught me the art of blending tobaccos together. And then I went to work with La Gloria. And I was with La Gloria blending for them for about maybe 2 years. And then we merged with CAO, and that blender retired. And they elected to transfer me from La Gloria to CAO. And that's going about 11 years ago. I can't believe it. 11 years ago, I started to work with a team and developing cigars for CAO.
That's awesome, man. What a great story.
Yeah, there's more to that story that I'm leaving out because we don't have the time. But it is amazing, the situation and the people that touched me and helped me do what I do today. Because if you look at the Hall of Fame of masters in the Hall of Fame, there's 11 guys in the Hall of Fame right now. and I was trained by 4 of the 11 guys. So
Oh,
that, to
wow.
me is like unbelievable, the
Okay.
knowledge that they shared with me, and the stories they shared with me, and the history of making cigars that they shared with me. So I just picked that up and started to run.
Okay. Okay. So now tell me about. I mean, so you have released a couple new ones, and I said I want to talk about Sessions and I want to talk about Bones tonight because those are two of the newest releases that you have, and
Yep.
I really do enjoy both of those. They're to me they're kind of meaty, a little bit peppery, not overwhelming in any way. Says enough to keep you interested. But
Mhm.
tell me why you wanted to start with Bones. You said there's a great story behind Bones, and I'm obviously not skin and bones. I got plenty of
Yeah.
meat on my bones.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
tell me, why did you name this cigar Bones, and what's so special about this cigar for you?
Before I share that story, we have to go back to Session. Session really started this kind of situation that the fans wanted to connect with me. So about 2 or 3 years ago, I remember Doug Baldwin, head of marketing for CAO, launched this question in the world, say, "What do you want to know about Ricky?" And the response back to us was, we see Ricky smoking cigars all over the world, but we never see him taking pictures or sharing any information when he's at home. And
Hmm.
so my question, does he smoke at home, and where? Oh, okay. Well, yeah. So I can answer that question in my garage. And
Hmm.
so they love that. And so we thought, why not make a cigar called Garage and kind of pick up this story and really have a kind of a stage to share this story about me. But doing some research, we found out the garage was taken, so we couldn't use that. So kind of go back to square one. And I was talking to Doug and said, "All right, Ricky, typically when you're smoking cigars with your group of friends, what do you call that? Is it a herf or what do you do?" I said, "Bro, it's just simple. We just get together." But I'll tell you this, Doug. When we're working on a new blend, and I have 2 or 3 or 5 new blends I'm working on to make one cigar, I come home with all these blends, and I want these guys in my garage because they're very honest with me to
Hmm.
smoke the cigars with us. And I simply text out to these group of guys that come over, cigar
Hmm.
session. And they know when they hear cigar session, they're going to come over and smoke a new cigar I'm working on. Doug said, "Stop, bro, back up, session. Love that name. Let's start there." And so that started that kind of that story behind session. So if you look at the names of the sizes, where do I smoke a lot? Shops, a bar, or garage. So if you
Yeah.
look at so everything that we're trying to do connects you back to the reason we're trying to do it. And so, okay, that's cool. And we launched Session, and it
Hmm.
was a huge hit for us. And so, okay, next year, what are we going to do? And Doug asked me, okay, when you're smoking these cigars with you guys, what are you doing? Just watching TV? I said, "Bro, we play a lot of dominoes, but we don't call them dominoes in Tampa. We call them bones." He said, "Bro, I love that name." I said, "Bro, I love that name too. So let's name it Bones." And
Okay.
so that is the start of this series of 2 cigars to really invite you into my world and what I do and how I do it with my friends. And that started everything. But why we picked the 2 rappers that we chose, because we really did back to back the same rapper, a Connecticut broadleaf. But what I'm learning from the DNA of CAO is all about introducing new techniques, new tobaccos. So anything for me is a doorway to help you understand what we do. So we purposely choose the same wrapper for the 2 cigars to demonstrate to you.
Okay.
Even if we have the same cigar, we can turn that cigar completely around and make it something else. So if
Keep
you look
talking.
at the session,
I'm gonna take myself out, but continue to tell the story. I'll be right back.
okay, yeah, yeah, yeah.
Keep going.
So if you look at the session, that's a dark wrapper. It's really pitch black, but we can also make a lighter version of that wrapper, and that is the wrapper that we're going to use on the bones. And so just we're trying to show you, you cannot judge the book by the cover. You can think to yourself, oh, that cigar is going to perform the same because it has the same wrapper. It doesn't, because at the end of the day, during fermentation, we can change a lot of those things that you're going to chase, the body, the flavor, and all that, and kind of show you something different. So that's the reason we purposely chose the same wrapper to demonstrate to the fans of CAO. You cannot judge this cigar, but just looking at it. Because this is both Maduros, but one is dark black, one is light black, one is going to perform very sweet, and one is not going to be as sweet. So if you look at the session, it is very sweet, because what we're doing is in fermentation, we're breaking down the starches and turning them to sugars. That allows us to create Maduros when you're breaking down the starch and changing that starch into sugar. So every fan out there, any Maduro, all you need to do is simply pick it up, rotate it into your lips, and you'll taste that sugar. Now, we can hide that sugar with a blend or the technique of fermentation and offer you something else. But that's just a gateway, a doorway, because I love teaching people about cigars, because everybody that helped me do what I do is just a teacher, and they're sharing me stories and information. And I talk to why we're going to share it or keep this secret. You just share this for everybody. Well, no, because you don't know who you're talking to. I'm talking to fans. They're not going to make a cigar. So when I'm talking to Rocky Patel or fucking the Fuentes, maybe I don't share everything. But for my fans, there's nothing I will not share with them.
Well, dude, I mean, this says everything right here. Look at that ash.
Yeah.
That ash is holding on there beautifully, going very well. What are you smoking right now?
I've smoked a Bones right now.
Oh, okay.
And I'm going to finish it off with a session.
There you go. There you go, man.
Yeah, baby.
Yeah.
And then the third one would be I think the Oriano will finish the night off watching the hockey game.
Well, I tell you what, the Orellana is an incredible cigar. We sell tons of them here. We love it. Let me ask you a couple questions, because you obviously are a cigar blender and you are a cigar guy. So I liken myself to the average everyday cigar guy, meaning like I'm not a farmer. I don't know all the ins and outs of tobacco. I think I'm a lot like the guys that watch my videos. I'm just a normal everyday blue collar dude. Love cigars.
Yeah.
So
exactly.
when you say things like that, I love it, because I'm learning so much. I'm getting to know all that kind of stuff. But I think one of the things that you've done in your marketing, which is very, very important, is that I don't do. I think, quite frankly, that I probably need to start doing, is that you're connecting with people by letting them into your life a little bit more. Like, this is why I call this. I do that a little bit by some of the house blends that we do. I name them after certain things that are all passionate for me.
Right.
But I think some things that, we're in a different world now. I'm 46. How old are you?
60. Thank you so much for
You're 60?
Yeah, 60.
Shut up, dude. Are you serious?
Yeah. Unfortunately,
No,
yeah. Yeah. 60.
You're
but
the
you know
best
that
60-year-old I've ever seen.
I'm like a candy bar. Outside, it's beautiful. Inside is nougat, peanuts, all the crazy. You don't want to see outside, but inside, I don't know what I look like, but outside, yeah, because that's a blessing for my family.
Years old, dude.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
Yeah,
that's
it is.
Crazy.
It is.
I would have guessed you like 35. I mean, seriously, dude. I'm not joking. Maybe 40, but not 60, dude.
You're gonna get a box of cigars for that.
Dude, keep top. Yeah, but if I can kiss ass, I'll kiss ass for cigar. But let me say this. I think it's really important. We're in a different world now where everything is so connected. Everybody has insights in everybody else's life. There are people are used to going. I don't do this as much as I probably should. But everybody wants to see you everywhere you are. Like there's three places I'm at. I'm at my office, I'm at the gym, or I'm at home. That's really weird. Church is a big part of my life too.
Yeah,
I'm at church. Yeah. I don't stream there or anything. I don't do something like that. But I've had several people saying I'd like to do that. So let me ask you this. In regards to people who like they want that part of our lives. But do you feel like there's something sacred that's lost, or do you think we should? I mean, is there certain things like, for example, church is really sacred to me, so I'll never go live. I'll never post anything, at church necessarily. But I've thought about it. I mean, I go to a church where our pastor's a rock star. He's kind of a great guy. Shout out to Mark Driscoll, by the way. But in all honesty, I mean, do you feel like with all the social media and everything that we're doing, that people feel like they want to know even more about our lives? They want to see us even more. They want to know more. And then how can you deliver that, in the cigar realm? Because just in the last, let's be honest with each other, because you've been in a lot longer than I have. But I was one of the, I guess, I don't want to say I'm a pioneer. I was one of the first guys that kind of started this YouTube craze, and then it just kind of exploded, both on Tim and Cigars Daily and me. And it's just crazy. And so now we've got so many people asking us questions like, "Hey man, can I get some of your time? Can I get some of your time?" How do you balance work, family, and then people wanting your time on social media? How do you do that personally?
Right now I have so much time on my hands. It's easier for me to do these events or Zoom, meetings and these type of interviews. When I'm traveling, that's harder, So usually, if I was in the regular time frame, like last year, there's no way I could do this connection with you on this night, because Thursdays and Fridays and Saturdays are just go time for the shops. And so my schedule, if you want to do an interview with me, how about Monday or Tuesday or Wednesday? My show is on Thursday or Friday. Bro, I'm so sorry, because I'm doing what I'm hired to do right now. But right now, to share my time, I have no problem. Now, I do kind of pump the brakes a little bit about my family. I was sharing a lot of information about my family, and that kind of not scared me, but it's not up for me to share my daughter's journey and my wife's journey. It's their turn to share if they want to. So I kind of pump my brakes on that. But as far as cigars, there's nothing I'm going to try to hide, or no time that you're going to approach me. Bro, that's my personal time. I do events on Sundays. Don't like it, but if that is, important to you and that is your time, I'm going to be there for you.
That's
so
awesome.
it's hard, but you kind of walk that line. And when these guys get too personal, and he said, "Bro, that's a great question, but I can't answer that for you. Let's go back to the cigars."
Right. So I mean, guys can't believe you're 60 years old. Somebody said Brady makes us look old. I would absolutely agree with that. I mean, Ricky, I would have guessed. You're really like, and a lot of guys are saying some great things about you. Honestly, I've had a bad CAO. The V19 flat is one of my all-time favorites. Hard to beat the Brasilia for less than specific. Yeah, they're absolutely right. I mean, CAO has been killing it for many years, and you guys have been doing a great job. Now, some of the things that I love doing, like, so I'd love to know this. I mean, just personally about you, outside of cigars, what do you enjoy doing outside of cigars? So outside of cigars that isn't cigar related, what do you enjoy doing?
Watching my games. Watching hockey, because right now is a great time to be a Tampa and a sports fan. Lightning are in the playoffs, going to win the cup. The Rays are in the playoffs for baseball. And then we have the golden boy, Tom Brady, running our team in football. So, bro, if we're not working, 9 out of 10 times I'm in my garage with my friends. And I have a group of guys. Bro, I'm so blessed. If I open this garage door Monday to Sunday, they will be here for me and with me. So that's great. So, but it really is about us sitting together. Now, we have the game going on, but there's a lot of conversations about life and friendships and hard times and good times and what do you do for this and raising a family. And we just share all this knowledge with each other, and it really helps everybody out. So yeah, I'm kind of like I don't travel, So
Yeah.
the last thing I don't want to do when I'm home, because last year I spent 243 nights in hotels.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
Okay.
so when I come home, I just want to open that garage, get my cigar, get my game going, and my bourbon or whatever I'm going to drink, and invite
Mhm.
my boys.
That's awesome, dude. Now, I'm assuming you're married, or you got
For
it.
yeah, for sure.
Okay.
34 years, because I've been traveling for 20
Goodness.
of those 34 years.
Yeah.
That is the secret to a long marriage. Get out of town once in a while. Just get out of town.
My wife and I I was married 25 years this past August,
Okay.
and
Congratulations, bro. You
thanks,
know
man.
what? Really,
It,
really.
it's hard, yeah. It's a marriage takes work, man. It's a blessing, and if you make it,
It's
if you work
hard.
at it, yeah.
Yep.
If you work at it, it can be a blessing.
Yep.
But we during the COVID thing, we had this great huge vacation planned in Colorado. I was gonna be fishing on the river down there in Silverton and everything else like that. I had a big fishing plan. Everything COVID shut everything down. They were letting anybody in from Phoenix because we had high COVID numbers. So we had to kind of call an audible, and so this Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday, we're heading up to kind of a private place that somebody hooked us up with up in Phoenix, or not Phoenix, but in northern Arizona, and I'll be fishing on some rivers there. And so I'm a big fisher. I love fishing. So if I'm not
Great.
here, I'd be fishing, or I ride motorcycles as well. Enjoy that, or a motorcycle. I shouldn't say motorcycle. I don't have many motorcycles. One.
Right.
But I'll tell you what, man, it's a great thing to. I like. And I'll tell you what, you mentioned something I think is really important. Somebody asked me this. They said, "Do you like cigars, or do you like what cigars do more?" And I said, I'm kind of torn on that because I do love cigars. I mean, I smoke all kinds of cigars. I'm a retailer, and I have certain ones I really really love. I
Right.
really do like CAOs. Just saying, they're some of my favorite. So but I also love what they do. Like Friday nights. So your deal. So Friday nights, because I have a lounge, right? It's
Mm-hmm.
closed right now because of COVID, but my buddies come down on Friday nights. All I do is sit down with my buddies and we smoke cigars and just hang.
Yeah.
So we just smoke cigars, hang, talk about life, the goods, the bad, the funs, the not funs, all that
Yep.
kind of stuff. And what cigars do with such a level playing field, it's so great, dude. It really is. It's phenomenal. And I love what cigars do, not just what they are. And so I can imagine as a blender, obviously you're on the front end of like what cigars are, but you got to be experiencing what they do because you travel all over the place, see so many people, and connect with so many people.
Yeah, it's the friendships that I've made along the way, it's changed my life. These guys are in my life for the rest of my life, and so what I learned about the shutdown for me is I'm not even close to being ready for retirement. The company
Yeah.
did approach me about a year ago, so hey, when you're ready, you need to just let us know so we can prepare. And I had a kind of game plan last year, maybe 2 or 3 years more, and this shutdown happened. I'm not ready because I don't have a hobby. I'm not a fisherman. I don't ride a bike. So all those things you're kind of filling your time with, you think
Yeah.
it's like wasted time. It's not wasted time because it brings you so much joy. So when I started to think about this, cigars are my life, and I'm lucky to be in a business that I can do this if I are capable until I'm 80 if I want to, because knowledge is there, and being able to talk about cigars are going to be there. So now I'm now telling my company, hey guys, you thought you were going to get rid of me 2 or 3 years from now. I'm now here going to commit for another 10 to 15 years because I love what I do.
That's amazing, man. I don't know what your secret is to being young, but you look it like crazy.
Yeah.
I want
Cigars,
that. I want
cigars,
that.
bro.
There we go. There we
Cigars.
go, dude.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I mean, I'm 100% with you. I actually breathed in a little bit while I was watching stuff. Excuse me. Yeah. So I mean, I love your bones. I mean, I get a twinge of cinnamon off there. Really complex Maduro. I
Right.
love just the right amount of pepper. Uh,
Mhm.
for me, I mean, it's so great through the nasal cavity. It's so phenomenal in the retro ale. It has it's so much. Are you working on anything kind of cool coming out again? I mean, you got to be. You got
Yeah,
to have
for sure. We're
stuff in
all
the
the
back.
time, all the time. Right now, we're working on our plans for 2022 and 2021. I mean, 23. And so
Okay.
2021 is locked and loaded in the system. We're
Mhm.
going forward. The next release, I think I have one more cigar because of Kova. It really pushed a lot of things kind of back, and so we're going to launch two cigars this year besides Bones, but we kind of pulled that back because we wanted to celebrate in May. It was the 25th anniversary of CAO, and the
Oh,
timing was not right for that, so we pulled that off the market, and we're now going to launch that on May in 2021. And so that's going to come out. That's already done. And then the other cigar I'm going to launch this year is we're going to take an old blend, an old style of box called Vision, and update that and relaunch that coming in, I think, November. And that's going to be a high-end box with a high-end cigar.
Ricky, listen, buddy, listen.
Yeah.
You and me. That was my absolute favorite box ever produced by CAO.
Right. Box.
If there's
Box.
anything that,
But
yeah,
not the blend.
the blend was okay. The
Yeah.
box was amazing.
Yeah.
If there's anything, I have told every guy in general. I have dear friends. We'll talk about that off camera in general, all the way from the very top all the way down the bottom. And I got to tell you, man, if you can find me a Vision box anywhere, I will pay high dollar for that.
No, I
So
can find that. Doesn't work. That's
yeah, I know. Right?
that. No, that's yeah. Because when they first launched that box, it was the first time that China was introducing LED lights, and they didn't know what to do, so they did it, and half the boxes worked, and they just simply just kind of died because they're not being able to charge, and so but that was one of the brands that are always, hey, bro, remember back in the day, like Sopranos, when we introduced back to Sopranos called Katikiri. So all you need is have to listen to the fans, and they'll dictate to you what they want from you. And so why not? I said to Doug, bro, I'm getting a lot of people talking about Vision again. I don't know why, but can we ever go back and reintroduce that line? And he says, Ricky, I'll work on the box if you want to work on the blend. I said, I'll change the blend because I wasn't a fan of that blend. So we were smoking that blend. I said, bro, this is not for my fans today. Maybe 12 years ago when it was introduced to the market, maybe that was a great cigar for that time. Fast forward, that's not the blend. So I went to work with Benji on the new cigar for that project, and it's going to be a Cameroon. And everybody that knows me knows I'm not a very big fan of Cameroon, but it's not my job to make cigars for myself. My job
Right.
is to make cigars for the fans of CAO. So if I have to work on a project with Cameroon, why not go to the expert that loves Cameroon? Benji, can you possibly come out of retirement one more time and save my ass and help me make a Cameroon cigar? And it's changing my mind on Cameroon. The way we present the cigar, the way it smokes, the way it tastes is just like, okay, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I didn't like the version of Cameroon I was smoking, and I was just kind of saying to myself, "Oh, so I don't like Cameroon because I just picked up the wrong Cameroon." This
Mhm.
is showing me Cameroon has a purpose and a reason behind it, and if you work with it and do a great blend, like Fuente to me, if I have to smoke a Cameroon, I'm going to smoke Fuente. But the market say, "Bro, you have the second best Cameroon market called Cameroon." Really?
So
I'll take your word for it because I don't smoke it.
so I have a Cameroon, one of our house blends, and
Right.
the blender will go unnamed. I'll tell you that off camera. But
Mhm.
I'll send you one because I'm not a big Cameroon guy,
Yeah.
and I love the cigar. I love it. I
Exactly.
really.
It's amazing. It's like, if you go to your local steakhouse and you
Mhm,
order a piece of fish, because yeah, it's the dinner of the special dinner of the night. Okay,
mhm.
I order the fish. You hate
Yeah.
that fish, and you say to yourself, "I'm never going to go back to that restaurant." And I'll stop you. Why? Well, I ordered a fish stick, and bro, they're known for beef. They're not
Right.
known for fish. Go back in there and try that fish dish. I mean, the steak there. Oh my God. Thank you. Thank
Yeah.
you. So
Yeah.
I think sometimes we judge a cigar on a bad cigar, and then you're going to say to yourself, oh, I don't like that style or that wrapper or that spiller. Really? Maybe you didn't like that cigar. Try it in this cigar. Yeah.
Mhm.
So if it changes my mind, I think it should change a lot of peace of mind about viewing cigars and what you don't like and what you do like.
Yeah. I absolutely agree. So let me. I ask every host a set of questions. So I'm
Okay.
gonna ask you some questions here. Just kind of fun, get to know. So
Okay.
favorite car. Favorite car. Go.
Favorite car. I think a SUV from Cadillac would be my favorite
Okay.
guy. Yeah. I
So
think I just love it. I don't know.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Do you drive an Escalade? Do you own one?
Yeah.
Do you own one?
No, no. I work
Okay.
for
Okay.
General Cigar. I
I was
work
gonna
for General Cigar. I have a Chevy in my fucking
yeah,
driveway
dude.
right now.
Yeah. I drive an old Denali. I
Yeah,
have a
yeah.
T.
I do too. I do too. So it's a
Yeah.
great car. It's great, but I'm not that guy. I really, if you give me a $10,000 right now and say, bro, this is a down payment on any car, or you can take this $10,000 and party with it in your garage for the next year. What do you want to do, bro?
Yeah.
Give me that money, and I'm going to party with my boys. I'm not
Yeah.
a car guy.
Yeah. Okay. So another favorite color.
Yellow.
Yellow.
Mhm.
Okay. Yellow's a favorite color. Okay. So here, let me get the. Okay. Where'd you grow up?
In Tampa. Tampa, born and raised, never left.
Okay.
Never too far into the book to change it now. So,
All
yeah.
right. All right. Okay. Okay. Favorite Hollywood movie. Favorite action film. Favorite action film.
Wow. Wow. Now they're coming left and right. I don't know.
What's going to keep you
Kind
in
of.
mind?
I kind of like the Star World movies and all that. I just
Okay.
I was raised on those movies. So anytime Star Wars come out, Batman comes out, I'm just
Okay.
a fan of that kind of
Yeah.
movie and all that.
Okay. More of
Yeah,
a DC guy than a Marvel guy. I get
yeah,
it.
yeah, 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 for sure.
I get it.
Darker. It's darker.
Yeah, it's darker. It is darker. It's darker. Although Deadpool can go in
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
both
Great
universes.
movie.
He's just that
Great movie.
guy. Ryan Reynolds killed that. That was a great one. The all right. So watch. Are you a watch guy? Do you like watches?
No. My wife bought me a couple of watches and all that throughout our, time together. But no, I'm not, bro. It's amazing. I'm really a simple guy. I'd rather buy 50 hot dogs than a watch. I don't know. I'm a giver. I just want to share. I love to cook. I love to cook for my boys and all that. So those are things that I'd rather buy you guys a steak than buy myself something. So I'm that
That's awesome,
kind of
dude.
guy.
That's awesome. That's really really cool.
Yeah.
What? Let me get the other one. What is that? What's Okay, favorite color for the. Okay. Okay. I'm looking through these questions. The questions are great. So you have a. I could probably guess already. You have $1 million. I'll give you $1 million right now. What do you do with $1 million? Tell me what your first, second, third purchase is. Go.
Just one.
What?
I'm going to buy my wife a beach house on the beach. We love the beach because again, it's not. anything that we just love the beach. So I would buy $1 million beach house.
A million beach
Yeah,
house.
right now, and
Okay.
can't afford the taxes after that. So,
Okay.
but I would definitely buy a beach house.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I'm gonna tell people, give them a quick little promo code for Zeal Cigars, and I'll take yours down real quick. But I have another.
Well, how do we give these away?
Oh, look at that, dude! Those are sharp.
Yes, so
Right.
you're going to get one, but
Okay.
I have 10 right now. I would love to see you. So if
Okay.
you just want to, the first 10 guys that buy something, you're going
Sure.
to also receive a T-shirt. And what we'll do is get the sizes, and about a week later, I'll ship you the T-shirts.
So let me edit this real quick. I have a promo code for ZealCigars.com. If you go on ZealCigars.com and you type in this promo code at checkout, you will actually receive 10% off till midnight tonight. 10% off till midnight tonight. It's Ricky 10. Ricky 10. I should say Ricky 60 because I can't believe he's 60. But Ricky 10, you get 10% off your total order at Zeal Cigars. If you're watching right now, you can go to Zeal Cigars right now and type in Ricky 10, and it works. It's worked for me. Should you have any problems with that, go ahead and email me or email my sister Carrie at zealcigars.com. We'll make sure we get you taken care of. But it's been working all day. It's been working great. So, but that's going to be code. The code is Ricky10 at zealcigars.com. Go there at ZEAL cigars.com. But so I want to ask some other things here because it's interesting. Another thing I ask people too is what other cigar outside your brand you enjoy smoking? Just pick one. Outside
Padron. Padron is Padron would be my go-to cigar that I have to pay for. I would say Padron Aniversario, one of my favorites. I like some of the Fuentes cigars still to this day. I'm old school. I like the 858. It's a cheap made cigar. Well, cheap. I'm so sorry, Fuente, but inexpensive. But to me, that price point, that cigar that you're receiving. And I like some of the Alan Bradley. Just the black market. One is a cigar, Prensado. Those are another cigar I love. So I'm a cigar fan, so I smoke everybody. I tend not to smoke full body cigars. I'd rather get taste over body, but that doesn't mean I don't smoke a body cigar too.
Have you tried the newer Alec Bradley Kintsugi yet?
No, matter of fact, the Alan Bradley rep that used to work with General Cigar is going to be here next week, and he says he's bringing some cigars to share with me. So maybe one of those, yeah.
It's a good stick. It's I really enjoy Alec Bradley as well. And I mean, I smoke all your CAOs. We sell all your CAO that's very, very well for us. So tell me, you told me a little bit about the session. Tell me a little bit about the Orlandra. Tell me a little bit about that and why that's such a special cigar to you.
Well, it goes back to the original blend that we worked on, the Amazon Basin. And Amazon Basin came to us by chance because we have a tobacco buyer that was in that time Brazil and looking for maybe a different wrapper, different filler that we can use for CAO because that's part of their DNA. Anything new. And so they said, no, we're not growing anything new right now. So we have nothing for you. And all of a sudden, this gentleman says, hey, how about the tobacco from the Amazon? And Ernest, the buyer, says, what is this? Well, yeah, it's tobacco, but it's kind of unique. We only get about 5,000 pounds every 3 years. And we don't know what to do with it, how to work with it, because it comes in like a tube. It's about this thick, about 4 to 5 feet long. And what these guys do is grow the tobacco, harvest the tobacco, roll it up, and make a tight tube and bear it under a tree that produces a fruit that falls from the tree, interacts with the tobacco, and that's the sweetness you get from that tobacco. So they ship that to the factory. I happened to be in the factory the day it arrived, and we're looking at tobacco like, okay, we don't want the tobacco. I don't know how to use the tobacco. Oh, I'm sorry, Ricky. You think we're asking for permission? No, we're telling you have to use the tobacco. And so we started to play with it, and all of a sudden we had the Amazon basin, and we knew it was something special, exciting, but we didn't know if the fans of CAO would gravitate to it. And we launched it. It was very successful.
Yeah.
So if you look at the blend, what we did was there's two fillers that we're really highlighting. One is from the Amazon basin, and it's going to be sweet tobacco. But the DR produces this rope tobacco, is very spicy. So when we're working on the original blend, I said, okay, give me 70% of the sweet tobacco, only 30%. And this is going on and on because we started with 80%, 50%, 60%, 90%, 70, 30. That was the magic. Okay, so now marketing came to me and said, okay, that's the Amazon basin. We want you to make another one. Okay, another completely new cigar. Yeah, but using the same tobacco. So, okay, let's do this. Let's turn it around. Use that spicy tobacco, 70%, and the sweet tobacco, 30%. And we launched Fuma. And that was on the market. And they all love that cigar too. So, okay, one more time. Can you make a trilogy? Okay, let's do this. Let's use the Anaconda, and we'll use this special wrapper from Brasilia, and 50-50 for the blend. And that was a home run. It buried Fuma in sales, but it didn't reach the goal of Basin. And so they loved it and they wanted more, but the growers said to us, we're not going to grow that tobacco anymore because the yields are so small. It's not feasible for us. And so they say, okay, we want to keep the trilogy alive. We want you to make a new cigar. And that is the birth of Oriano. So the fillers are the same, exactly the same for Anaconda, but using another wrapper. And that kept the trilogy alive. So Amazon Basin, Fuma, and now Oriano. We're going to do away with the Fuma and introduce a new cigar in 2022. We're working on right now to continue the trilogy, and we're going to have Basin, Oriano, and whatever that new cigar is. And that's going to come out. But we didn't know what we had. We knew we had something different, but we was kind of waiting for the fans to say, okay, this is not special. This is unique and something we want all the time.
Okay. So some guys were asking me, the different samplers that we have up there. Yeah, we do have actually everything he's talking about, except for the CAO and Bones are on different samplers. Bones is on a different sampler on there. But if you type in CAO on zealcigars.com, you'll see all the samplers on there. I put a link in the comments below so you guys can see that as well. So I had no idea about that and how intricate that was. That's incredible, Ricky. Thanks for doing that. That really is.
Now, the good thing with the Indians were growing it once every 3 years because they were not smoking that tobacco. They were chewing it. And that 5,000 pounds lasted them for 3 years. And that's the reason when we started to purchase the tobacco again and again, they said to us, we can grow it every year. That's good news for the fans of that line. The bad news, they're only going to be able to grow about 5,000 pounds every year. So regardless, if we want to make more, we can't make more.
Okay. Well, it has been my honor and actually privilege to have you on, man. So we usually do about 45 minutes and we cut it off and give you
getting started.
I know. I've seen some of these things go for 2 hours. I'm a 45-minute guy. I think it's great. People get to know you a little bit, get to know your brand a little bit. And so from the bottom of my heart, man, thank you so very much
bro.
for coming on.
Thank you so much. Please, this is the first time, I hope, of many times.
Absolutely.
I would love to be back in your shop soon. And if I can do an event, I would love to do it live next year with you guys. If not, we can definitely do it in November to launch and talk about the new cigar that we're going to launch called Vision. And just to see your face drop when you see that box, okay, dude, I want one of those.
I'm overwhelmed, and you can
before we leave, we have a parting gift that Doug sent me to give you.
Oh,
This
yeah, dude. Thank you.
bro, something when he introduced this as a giveaway, so bro, there's no way anybody wants this thing. Do you know what it is?
Well, I thought it was a box of cigars.
Nope.
That's right. Let me see.
It is. And he said there's no, and it happens to be the number one go-to item that everybody wants. It is a bone belt.
Oh, yeah, dude. Yeah, man.
Look,
I can give that away.
one size fits all but me. It doesn't go as low as the 29 voice that I have. So it starts at 31 and up to, I think, 56. So you're cool. You're cool.
Yeah, I'll be okay. I'll be okay, man.
So look for that. If you can, just send me your information, and I'll send you the T-shirts and all that. If you want me to, I'll just put together a couple of larges, couple of extra larges, and a couple of 2X, and I'll just send it to you, and so these guys can get this gift right away.
Yeah. You guys can obviously check that out at Zeal Cigars. We'll have like a giveaway for guys who get the samplers and what have you, and so on and so forth. And if you want one of those, you buy a CAO sampler, and you guys are one of the ones that buy it today. Just put in the notes on your order saying, please send me a shirt and so on and so forth. We'll definitely send that to you on your next order. We probably won't get it today. It's probably going to take a week to get here, with COVID. But again, guys, do me a favor. Thank you so very much, Rick Rodriguez, for coming on. The man behind CAO, the guy that makes my favorite cigars from General.
I love you, bro.
Thank you so very much, man. I really appreciate it. I'm going to put you in the green room. Stay on, Ricky, and I'll be right with you, okay?
All right, perfect.
Thanks so much,
Take
man.
care, guys. Thank you.
All right. Guys, thanks so much for joining me on this live thing. We're going to be doing this probably Fridays and Thursdays going forward. Thank you so very much. I know it's the middle of my day. I know people are coming in the shop and everything else like that. So I really do appreciate it. Make sure you go to Zeal Cigars right now. Use the code at the very bottom, Ricky10, and you can save 10% on your total order from Zeal Cigars if you use that code. So with that said, I'm out of here like last year. Love ya. Peace.